Evaluate the integral. Question number 38. Integral for negative 36 divided by x power 5. First, before you start solving this one, you need to rewrite the function as negative 36 x to the power of negative 5 with respect to x. And if it's a constant, you can write out the constant outside. So it's negative 36 integral of x power negative 5. And the integral of x to the power of negative 5 can be written as negative 36. And then you add 1 to the power. So when I'm adding 1 to negative 5, it's going to be negative 4. And then divided by the new power, which is equal to negative 36 divided by negative 4 give me 9. So it's 9x to the power of negative 4 plus c, which can be rewrite as 9 divided by x power 4 plus c. So it's 9 divided by x power 4 plus c, so the answer is 2. Another example, integral for 5x power 3 plus 5x plus 3. So all what you have to do is adding 1 to the power and then divided by the new power. So it's going to be 5x to the power of 4 divided by 4 plus 5x to the power of 2 divided by 2. What if it's a 3 without any x? So we add x. So it's a 3x plus what? Plus c. And 5 over 4 cannot be simplified. So it's clearly that the answer is B. Another one, integral for 9t squared minus 5 sine t. So 9t squared, I'm going to add 1 to the power minus 5 sine t. What is the function that its derivative is sine? We know that the function its derivative is sine is cosine, but the derivative of cosine is negative sine. So I need to rewrite it as 5 negative cosine t. So negative multiplied by negative is positive, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. So 9 divided by 3 is 3t to the power of 3, and negative by negative is positive, 5 cosine t. And you can check the answer if it's not d. How? By using differentiation. What the derivative of 3t power 3? It's 9t squared. What the derivative of 5 cosine t? It's negative 5 sine t, because the derivative of cosine is sine. So you can use differentiation with respect to t to check that your answer is right. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. A quick review on integration and differentiation regarding your exam end of term 3, inshallah. For the first kind of questions here, evaluate the definite integral, and this kind of questions in the multiple choices questions in MCQ, you can directly use the calculator. So in this kind of questions, I can directly use the calculator. So I can write integral from negative 2 to negative 1 for the value of 6x to the power of negative 4 from negative 2 to negative 1. So I will use my calculator to write down integral from negative 2 or 6 alpha x to the power of negative 4 from negative 2 to negative 1. And the answer is 7 over 4. So this kind of question you don't have to do anything. But if the question is a free response and I want to figure out the steps, all what I'm going to do, I'm going to do integration for this term. So I'm going to add 1 to the power, so 6x power negative 4 plus negative 1 minus, or plus 1, sorry, it's going to be 6x power negative 3 divided by the new power, which is negative 3, from negative 2 to negative 1. So it's equal 6 divided negative 3 is negative 2x power negative 3 from negative 2 to negative 1. And then I'm going to replace x with negative 1 and subtract the value at x is equal negative 2. Replace x with negative 1 and then replace x with negative 2. So this kind of questions, I don't have to do any kind of steps if it's a multiple choices question. Now, regarding question number 2, 28 and 29. The given integral of the function is its value is given. Integral from 6 to 10 for a function, I don't know what is the function, is equal to -4. And integral from 6 to 10 for another function is equal to 9. This function is g, but this function is f of x. So what is the integral from 6 to 10 for 3 times the first function and g of x? So all what I have to do is integral from 6 to 10 to 3 f of x plus integral from 6 to 10 for g of x. So it's equal 3, and the integral of f of x here is equal to -4 plus g of x is equal to 9. So it's -12 plus 9, which is equal to -3. So the answer is E. For the second one, I have integral from 7 to 11 for a function x is equal to -5, and I have integral from 7 to 11 for a function x is equal to 10. So what is f of x minus 4g of x? So it's integral from 7 to 11 for f of x minus 4 times the integral of g of x from 7 to 11. So it's equal to -5 minus 4 multiply integral g of x is equal to -10. So it's -55, 45 by using your calculator. It's -5 minus 40. Okay? Okay. Another example regarding this integration, integral from 2 to 4 for f of x dx is equal to -3. This is only one function. What is the integral from a point to itself? You should know that the integral from any point to itself for any function is equal to 0. But if you switch the values, here is from 2 to 4 is equal to -3. But from 4 to 2, so I'm going to flip the values of the boundaries from 4 to 2 for the function. I'm going to change the sign of the answer. So it's -3. So it's +3. So the answer is 0 and 3. So put this rule in your mind that integral from a integral from a to a for any function is equal to 0, and integral from 0 or a to b for a function, if it's equal negative the integral from b to a for the same function. So if you flip the values of the boundaries from a to b to a to b, you flip the answer. If it's positive, become negative. If it's negative, become positive. Additive inverse, yeah. The second one, suppose that integral from 4 to 5 for a function is equal to -3. What is the integral for 4 to 5 for 6 times this function, which can be written as 6 integral from 4 to 5 of the function, and negative the function, which can be written as negative from 4 to 5 for the same function. So this one is very easy, 6, 4 to 5, so it's 6 multiplying -3, which is equal to -18. And here is negative f of u, which is negative of -3, which is +3. So the answer is -18 and 3. How I can use that trapezium rule to find the integration without doing integration? Let's look carefully at the given question, question number 1. I have a function y is equal root of 10x minus x squared, and by the way, this function can be changed and can be written as f of x is equal, for example, root x power 3 minus 5x. It can be written as e power x plus 3 all to the power of 2. It can be written as f of x is equal 1 over x squared minus 5 over x power 3 plus root x. Can be any function. And you have a table that you need to fill out some missing values, and then you have to find that trapezium rule to find the area of the curve or the integration without using integration. The first step you are going to do is to plug in x into this function. So the first step that I'm going to replace x with 1.8. So I'm going to write it as y is equal root of 10 multiplied by 1.8 minus 1.8 squared. So root 10 multiply 1.8 minus 1.8 squared. And he is asking for the answer to be two decimal places. So I'm going to write the answer as 3.84. The second one, I'm going to add x as 2.2. And the answer is 4.14. And then I'm going to replace x with 3. So root 10 multiply 3, which is 30, minus 3 squared, which is equal to 9. So it's root 21, which is 4.58. After I figure out the values, I need to apply the trapezium rule. What is the trapezium rule? Trapezium rule says that area is equal half h multiply y naught plus yn, which is the last value, plus twice the values in between, twice y1 plus twice y2 plus twice y3 plus twice till yn minus 1. So let's apply the rule. So the area is equal half. What is h? H is the common difference that you are adding every time in x. So look carefully, you will find that you add every time 0.4. From 1 to 1.4, I am adding 0.4. So the height here is 0.4. From 1.8 to 2.2, I am adding 0.4, and so on. Then, first value, and the first value is 3, and the last value, which is 4.58. So I add the first value, 3, and I add the last value, which is 4.58. Then the values in between them, I'm going to multiply them by 2. So all of these 4 values, multiply each one of them by 2. So twice 3 multiply 47 plus twice 3 multiply 84 plus twice multiply 4.14 plus twice multiply 4.39. Add it all in your calculator and check what the answer is. By using my calculator, I figure out that the answer is 7.83 to 2 decimal places, 7.83. This is how to solve the trapezium rule if the given is a missing table and the rule, or he asked about the area below the rule by using that trapezium. What if I wanted to use that trapezoidal rule or the trapezium rule and the given is the whole table? Notice that I don't have a function and I want to find the integration from 1 to 4. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply the rule directly. Area of the trapezoid is half h and then y naught, and this is y naught by the way. Y, let's count it, y1, y2, y3. So y naught in this question plus y3, which is the last value, plus twice the values between them, which is twice y1 and twice y2. So the area is equal to half. The number that I'm adding every time in x is 1. So the height is 1. Y naught, let me highlight it for you. This is y naught and this is yn or y3. So y naught 4.1 plus y3 12.2 plus twice 6.5 and twice 9.6. So the area is equal by using my calculator. By using calculator, it's gonna be 24 0.25. So the answer is B. Let's apply the trapezium rule for the second one. So for the second one, number 36, I wanted to find the integral from 2 to 14, and I have the table. This is y naught, this is yn, and the numbers between. So I'm going to apply the rule. I'm going to change the color first. So the area is equal half height, the number that I'm adding every time, and the number I'm adding every time is 2, so half 2. Then first value of y, which is 2.38, plus last value of y, 1.17, plus twice each value between them, or you can write just twice and add them all in one step. So you can, instead of writing every time multiply by 2, you can add them all. So 1.67 plus 1.38 plus 1.25 plus 1.2 plus 1.60. And by using calculator, so I will figure out by using calculator that it's 16.87. Last thing about the trapezium rule, or what I need to know about the trapezium rule, is this question. Last question regarding that trapezium rule is how to find the area by using the trapezium rule, and I'm giving for you the number of the intervals, and I'm giving you the rule. If the question is a multiple choices, you can use the calculator directly. Integral from 0 to 4 for x dx. But if the question is a free response and he asks about the trapezium rule, it means that you are going to insert the table or construct the table that contains the value of x and the function of x. X starts with 0, so I put here 0, and it should end with 4, so the last term here will be 4. First thing I need to know is how to find h, and to find h I find the difference between 4 and 0, so 4 minus 0 divided by the number of the intervals he asked for, which is 4. So 4 minus 0 divided by 4 is 1. So it means that I'm going to add each time 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So I figure out the values of x. How I can figure out the values of y, or the value of f of x? You can call it y of f of x. By replacing this value of x by this number. Replace x with 0. So x with 0 is gonna give me 0. Then replace x with 1 to give me 1. Replace x with 2, give me 2. Replace x with 3, give me 3. And then 4, give me 4. Now I'm going to apply the area. And as we said a few minutes ago, that the area is equal half h, and you figure that out, h here is 1. And then y naught, which is the first value, plus y1, y2, y3, y4. In this case, y1 plus y4, plus twice all the values of y1 and y2 and y3. So area is equal half h is 1, y naught is 0, y4 is 4, plus twice all the sum of the values, 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3. So it's half, which is equal 0.5, and 0 plus 4, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 6 times 2 is 14, so it's 16, half the 16, so the answer is 8. And this is how you can find that trapezium. What about solving question number 36? I wanted to find that trapezium rule, and I wanted to figure out the value by using 4 subintervals for this trapezoid. So I'm going to draw a rectangle. First value is x, second value is y or f of x. Start with 1, ends with 3, and then I need to find h. H in this case is equal. Difference between the two boundaries, 3 minus 1 divided by the number of the intervals. So 3 minus 1 divided by 4. So 3 minus 1 is 2 divided by 4 is half. So 0.5. So it means that I'm going to add each time 0.5. So 1.5, then 2, then 2.5, then 3. Then I'm going to replace 1 into this equation. So 2 times 1 is 2, plus 2 is 4. Then 2 multiply 1.5 is 3, plus 2 is 5. Then 2 multiply 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6. 2 multiply 2.5 7. 2 multiply 3 6, plus 2 is 8. Let's apply the rule. Area is equal half. H, and h here is 0.5. And then I open bracket. First value of y plus last value of y plus twice 5 plus 6 plus 7. 5 plus 6 plus 7. So it's equal. Half by half is quarter. 4 plus 2, 5 plus 6 plus 7 is 12, 18. 18 times 2, 36. 36 plus 4, 48. And quarter of 48 is equal to 12. So the answer is 12. How to find the area of a shaded region if the question is with area or by using integration. He asked for the area. And here you can solve this question by two methods. First method by using integration, and the second method by using geometry and the area of the figures. The boundaries of x is from 1 to 3. So I can write that it's integral from 1 to 3. What is the function? The function here is y is equal to x plus 1. So it's integral from 1 to 3 for the function 2x plus 1. And it's easily, you can use your calculator to write it down if the question is an MCQ. So 2 alpha x plus 1 from 1 to 3 is equal to 10. By using geometry, the shading shape here is a trapezium. And area of this trapezium is base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 multiply the height. Area of the trapezium is half the sum of the two parallel bases multiply the height. So I need to find this height, and it's a given. This height is 3, the y coordinate, and this height is 7, the y coordinate, and the distance between 1 to 3 is equal to 2. So I can say that the area is half base 1, which is 3, base 2, which is 7, multiply the height between them. So it's half multiplied by 10 multiplied by 2, which is equal to 10. So notice that it's exactly the same by using integration or by using the geometry. If the question is a free response and he is asking how you figure out that the integral from 1 to 3 for 2x plus 1 is equal to 10. All what you have to do, you are going to do the integration first. 2x, I'm going to add 1 to the power divided by the new power. So it's 2x power 1, so I'm going to add 1 to the power divided by the new power. And 1 is going to be 1x, which can be simplified to x squared after cancelling the 2 plus x. And this integral from 1 to 3, what does it mean from 1 to 3? That you are going to replace 3 and then you are going to replace 1. So 3 power 2 plus 3, which is equal to 12, and 1 power 2 plus 1, which is equal to 2. So the answer is 10. So by using calculator, or by using area and geometry, or by using the steps of working how to find the integration or the definite integral between two values. The second one. The second one, it's a little bit difficult to find it by using geometry. Why? Number 27. Because the curve here is not a straight line. So I prefer if you can find the integral from 0 to 2. So integral from 0 to 2 for the function. And the function is x squared plus 3. How I can solve it with and without using calculator. With using calculator, all what you have to do to use your calculator, integral for x squared plus 3 from 0 to 2, which is equal to 8.6. So approximately 8.6 or exactly 26 over 3. With the steps, I'm going to do the integral x power 2. I'm going to add 1 to the power divided by the new power plus 3x. And this integral from 0 to 2. Then I'm going to replace x with 2, which is 2 squared over 3 plus 3 multiplied by 2 plus replacing x with 0, which is 0 over 3 plus 3 multiplied by 0, which is equal to 0. So it's 2 power 2, which is 4 over 3 plus 6, which is equal to 26 over 3 by without using calculator or with showing you the steps of working. This is how to find the area of area under the curve or area boundaries between the x-axis and the curve. But we have another question that it's a written one for the area. Look at this one here. He is asking about question number 34. Question number 34, he is asking about the area. Asking about the area, and we are studying calculus, so I'm looking for integration. Number 34, I'm looking for integration. The values of x is boundaries from 1 to 5, so it's integral from 1 to 5. For what? For the function 2x plus 7. 2x plus 7. So, with using calculator, you are lucky if it's MCQ. All what you have to do is using your calculator. Without using calculator, it's a free response. You are going to do the integration first. So it's going to be 2x squared over 2 plus 7x from 1 to 5, which can be written as x squared plus 7x from 1 to 5. So you are going to replace x with 5 and replace x with 1. So it's going to be 25 plus 35 after replacing x with 5 and 1 plus 7, which is equal to 8. So 35 and 25, 5 and 5, 0, 60 minus 8, which is equal to 52. So the area is 52. This one is asking about the total area. So the total area is same as the integration. And the total area should be between the curve and the x-axis. Between the curve or graphing of the curve and the positive direction of x-axis. Find the derivative of y. And as we can see, the first equation is ln to x. If you wanted to find the derivative of a ln, all what you have to do is write a fraction, write down the function, which is 2x, and above in the numerator, the derivative of 2x. And the derivative of 2x is 2, so it's 2 divided by 2x. By cancelling the 2, it's equal 1 over x. So the answer is A. Again, how I can find the derivative of ln? Derivative of ln for u, for example, is equal u dash divided by u. D by du for a function is equal to the derivative up and the function down. So I'm going to write 8x power 2 in the denominator, and in the numerator the derivative of 8x power 2, and the derivative of 8x power 2 is 16x. So 16 divided by 8 is 2, so it's 2 over x. So the answer is A. Notice that this is x power 1 and this is x power 2, so you are subtracting the power. So 1 minus 2 is 1 in the denominator. So you can write it as 2x power negative 1 in some cases if it's not multiple choices, but you will not find it in the multiple choices. Now, y is equal ln x minus 4, so in the denominator I add x minus 4. In the numerator, the derivative of x minus 4, which is equal to 1. Number 10, y is equal 7 power x. This is a different case. In case of y is equal a number to the power, and this is exponential function, the derivative y dash is consist of three terms. First term is that you are adding the same value of the function 7 power x. Then second term, derivative of x, which is equal to 1. Third term is ln the base, and here it's ln 7. 1 multiply all of this will not change anything, so it's 7 power x ln 7. So it's 7 power x ln 7. Again, if it's a number to the power exponential function, the derivative is three terms. Again, let's solve this one. Three terms, the derivative. First, you add the function. Second, derivative of the numerator, which is equal to 1. Then ln the base, and ln is ln 2 here. So it's 2 power x ln 2. So 2 power x ln 2 is understood. Another kind of differentiation with the log 1. In case of the log, let me change from the color. If it's log without a base, so it's a natural log, so it's log 10, but we don't write it. We don't write the 10, so this is log 10, but we don't write the 10. So if it's log without any base, it's log 10. So all what you have to do in the log, that the derivative is, you put down the function 7x, its derivative up, but you multiply by ln the base, and the base here is 10. By simplifying, I cancel 7 with 7, so it's 1 over x ln 10. So that's what it's again. Derivative of the log is equal. 3 steps of working. I put down the function 2x minus 3. I multiply by ln the base of the log, which is 10, if it's not written. And up derivative of 2x minus 3. What the derivative of 2x minus 3? It's 2. So it's 2 divided by ln 10 multiplied to x minus 3, so the answer is C. Again. So 6x, I put it down. Ln the base, and the base here is 3, so ln 3. And derivative of 6x up is 6. By cancelling, so it's 1x multiply ln 3, which can be written as 1 over x ln